Hey guys, Zerp here. I thought I'd do a review on my Squidtrainer v3.5 after 1 year. There are already a few Squidtrainer reviews out there, but I'll cover how it's held up and whether I think it's still worth it in 2021. So, here's a quick TLDR. It's worth it. Get one. Yeah. Anyway, TLDR over extensive review, go! Build quality is on par for the price range. Got channel aluminum handles, hardened steel blade, bronze phosphorus washers, and press fit end pins, the whole 9 yards. Aluminum does dent a bit easily when dropped, but the damage is mostly cosmetic and doesn't really affect flipping unless you beat it to death. The handles are blocky, but they're rounded on the edges, which helps for fans. And the texturing is a nice touch. It's a bit rougher than I thought it would be, but it's definitely grippy and feels good in the hand. Now getting to the blade. The blade has a rounded spine, which makes it really comfortable for chaplains and things like that. It also has a bite handle indicator, which pinches and rubs your finger during bite handle chaplains and ricochets, which I think is a really nice feature that all trainers should have. These long cutouts in the blade, while both looking cool, also act as a tuning fork, vibrating and giving the Squidtrainer its signature ring, like so. If you don't like the ring, wrapping some clear, thin tape around the blade keeps it from vibrating and gives the trainer a more clacky sound, like so. So overall, it's held up pretty nicely. Keep in mind, I do baby my Squidtrainer, so you won't see much cosmetic damage on it, but I have flipped it quite a bit over the past year, and it holds up nicely to concrete drops, apart from some minor denting. Send pins have come out a tiny bit. I don't know if you can see it on video, but it's not really an issue, and I don't think they'll come out over time. The main drawback of the Squidtrainer, I'd say, is its tolerances. Okay, there's a bit of an exaggeration. I have mine loose, but even when tuned to the best of its ability, it has slight bite handle tap. It's not as bad as far as washers go, and if you really take care of it, it should be able to get perfect tolerances with some Loctite and lube, but over time, expect it to have some tap. Mine has tap on the bite handle, but the safe handle is pretty much perfect. So yeah, tolerance is really going to depend on how you're going to use it and your experience maintaining battle songs. I'm not a stickler for tolerances, especially at this price point, so I don't really mind. That's why I have it so loose. I'd much rather have perfect swing over good tolerances. Speaking of swing, let's talk about flipping. Oh god, that was a terrible segue. How do other YouTubers do this shit? At the price, it's a pretty good flipper. The balance is fairly neutral with slight handle bias, so it's pretty versatile. Your fan's great, chaplains hug your finger, and rollovers carry pretty decently too. It shines at slow technical stuff, but it's an okay all-rounder. The tolerances don't really affect flipping, apart from the sound. So yeah, I wouldn't really call that a big deal when it comes to flipping. I learned a lot on it, and I think it's a good option for people getting into flipping. Although I would recommend the Mako for a low-cost option. I'll have a link in the description to a comparison video between the Squidtrainer and the Mako by another YouTuber if you're doing some research. Now to the price. Here's where it gets interesting. The standard silver Squidtrainer, like the one I have right here, comes in at $150 US, which I think is an okay price for 2021. It's not terrible, but other companies have been coming out with direct competitors when it comes to price to performance, such as the Squidtrainer and NRB Vortex, both of which are under $150 and have bushings, which the Squidtrainer lacks. Where I think the Squidtrainer really falls behind is in its inked and dual tone colors, which are around $190. At that price, unless you really like the color, which they do look cool, but they don't aid in flipping, at that price you might as well just get a Sphinx Zephyr or save up for a Kraken. As much as I'm ragging on the Squidtrainer for its pricing, I think it makes up for it in availability. They consistently drop every week, they ship to countries outside of the US, and they don't sell out in literal seconds. A Kraken. So, while it gets outclassed in raw specs, it's much more easily accessible than the alternatives, and still provides a good flipping experience. It's also one of the only trainers at this price range that has decent grip, so if that's important to you, the Squidtrainer is your best bet. Overall, I like the Squidtrainer. It holds up decently for the price, it flips well, and it restocks pretty consistently. However, there are competitors such as the Terra and the Vortex. So yeah, keep that in mind, and the dual tone and inked colors are pretty expensive, so I recommend just getting the base models and saving some money. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you enjoyed and hope this was informative. Peace. Which pinches and rubs your finger during bite handle chaplains.